So the first carrots of the spring, we're going to walk you through how to do it, how simple it can be, whether it's a market garden like us, where it's going to be a larger scale, or it's a small backyard garden. There's just some steps you need to go through to make sure you have a better chance of success with those carrots. They take a little bit extra care, a little bit more time to get them started, but there's a big payoff once it's done. So let's take a look at it. Let's show you how we go through planting our carrots. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just mark off our boundary. I've got some paracord here. I've got a loop down there on one of my wooden stakes. And then down here on the other end, we've got some bungee cord. Just gives a little elasticity. These are marked off at 50 feet. But that gives me my boundary. And again, that's something you don't have to do in a small yard because you can just eyeball it. But so something I don't do on every row, but something that's good to do. If this row's been setting for a while, I just come in and I'll get here close to the camera and show you. This is our stirrup hoe. You can see it's just lightly, I go through the top if there's any Bermuda grass or anything that's kind of taken root over the winter time. And believe me, here in Central Texas, it happens. And the next thing we're gonna do is broad fork it, and I'll tell you why with carrots that's important. All right, I wanna show you something now I typically do not do on every single row in a no-till system, but that's broad fork. And the reason I'm doing it today is one simple reason. This is carrots. And carrots need a good, loose, malleable soil to have a carrot that's nice and beautiful, grows straight down, doesn't hit some hard pan or hard clay down 3 to 4 inches and start to curve. So you want those nice straight carrots, so I do loosen the soil. I'll show you this broad fork, which is about 30 inches wide, about 10 inches, 10-inch tines. And I just take it down in the soil like this. We just go in, I step on it, and I do feel a little compaction here. This has probably been about 8 or 9 months since this has been broad forked. So all I do is just take it and crack it, come back about 8 or 9 inches, and we just crack the soil. I pull it back about the width or about the length of those tines is how far I pull it back. I could feel that compaction here, so it definitely needed to be broad forked. You can see that soil start to loosen up. Let's drag it back here a little bit more. And there you go, that's pretty much it. All right, now we're just gonna use our garden rake, and now that we've broad forked this, we just want the surface to be smooth, and especially for me, because I'm using a little earthway seeder. So I need to get this soil as level as possible. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm just taking this and going in and just gently smoothing this out. And that way we have just a nice smooth surface for that earthway seeder to roll on. So that's what we're gonna do now, is go all down this 50-foot row and just get that leveled out. And we're gonna do one more fine tuning. Now I'm gonna show you a step that maybe is almost unnecessary. And depending on how you've got your little garden in the backyard, how smooth it is, you can see this is just a leaf rake right here, just a simple, has a little soft tines on it, very easy to use. What I do is I come in one more time because I'm using that earthway seeder. And this just allows me to come in and fine tune this and get it as smooth as possible for that seeder. Its wheels are gonna be rolling over it here after we get this wet. But you can see I'm just coming in and smoothing that out. So everything's gonna be nice and level. One of the things I learned over the last few years of planting carrots, 4 or 5 years now, is that yes, they have to be very damp and watered over the next 10 days or they just simply won't germinate. A lot of people do it different ways. Some people put a row cover over the top of them, get them very wet, put the row cover down. Others will come out, they'll have the drip lines going certain times during the day. I come out and actually top water because I've got the time to do it. I'm here on the farm, so I want to make sure it's covered. But I'll tell you another thing I learned before I ever come out and put my seeds down is this ground needs to be good and moist. So I come in with my little top watering, my little water can, and come in and start going over the top of this soil to make sure it's good and moist. All right, we've got one more step. We're gonna come in with our little earthway seeder, get everything planted. If you looked, I did get this row nice and damp, so we have a better shot of those little seeds germinating because they're gonna start off wet, and then we're gonna keep them damp over the next 10 days. One of the things you didn't see me do this time, you didn't see me put compost down. I've talked about this in earlier videos. What we're gonna try to do this year, we did put down compost in the fall. So we're gonna try to go light this year because we now have 4 straight years of heavy organic material that's been put down these rows in a small backyard garden. It's not gonna take a lot of compost. You definitely don't wanna skip putting down the compost. But in our case, we're going to try this because there's a lot of compost already down. We're going to see how it's going to do. All right, let's go get the earthway seeder and get these little seeds planted. Let's move on to get our little earthway seeder ready. First of all, if you ever look at carrot seeds, they are tiny. I sprinkled a few out here for you. You can see compared to this lettering on this page, very, very tiny. So because of that, I'm going to use the very smallest seed plate that Earthway makes. This is, you can see these little outlets, these little drop holes are so tiny to drop those seeds because we don't want to drop too many at a time out of the hopper. So that's the seed plate we're going to use. It slides right down in there. We're going to put our seeds in here, a little Earthway, into this little Earthway hopper. And then that's our furrow blade right there, and it goes along, pushes the dirt out of the way, and then the seeds drop in right here behind it. We have our chain, which covers them up, and then the trail wheel also comes in and covers those seeds up as well. So again, we use Earthway seeder because we got 50-foot rows. It's a lot of length. It's tough for me to get down on hands and knees and plant carrots. But in your small backyard garden, you can set your own furrow, which is your finger. Just going about 1/4 of an inch. That's how deep this is going to be set. You don't want to go too deep with carrot seeds. They just want to be deep enough where they can start to germinate. So I'll set this at 1/4 of an inch and we'll be ready to go. So let's go get these carrots planted. Okay, so we've put our drip lines down, and I'm going to start the process of coming in and hand watering these about 3 times a day to make sure those little seeds don't dry out, because one thing I can tell you about carrots is they're going to have to stay damp and have to stay not soggy wet, but good and damp for the next 10 days to get that germination. Depending on where you live, your germination may be quicker. Sometimes we'll get germination out here in about 7 days. Sometimes it takes us 10 days, depending how early we start in spring. This is the first week of March. We may get germination a little bit quicker. So again, remember, in a small setting, in a backyard setting, this can be done by hand. You can come in and water by hand 2 or 3 times a day, maybe first thing in the morning, late in the afternoon. You can come down and put a type of cover cloth to make sure that sun doesn't dry them out during the day. And then once you get germination, then you can go to a normal watering, just see how they feel. Put your finger, I always say, get your finger in that soil and see how damp it is. And you've got your carrots ready to go for this year, here in 2026. Guys, blessings over you, your family, and your garden. We know you're going to do great this year. And we always have another video that you can check out right over here. Check that out. As we move forward in the spring, we're going to have more things for you. Leave your comments. We'd like to know how you raise your carrots and what you do. Talk to you soon from Whirlwind Family Farm.